In January 2020, a YouTuber named James uploaded a video titled "Scared for My Life While Exploring This Abandoned Property" to his channel The Fam. James is a well-known urban explorer who is legally blind and uses specialized camera lenses to explore the world. His channel focuses on sharing his unique perspective as a legally blind individual, highlighting how he navigates and perceives environments despite his visual impairment. In this particular video, James decided to explore an abandoned factory situated in Richmond, Virginia. According to James, the building is located in a rather sketchy part of Richmond, and the neighborhood has unfortunately become a hotspot for criminal activity. The factory itself presents significant safety concerns due to the rise in homelessness and the associated crime. But despite these circumstances, he remained completely undeterred and set out to investigate the abandoned factory. As he began his exploration and entered the building, he immediately stumbled upon a pile of trash and junk scattered throughout the entrance, indicating recent activity by squatters or homeless individuals. But fortunately for him, it appeared that no one else was currently living inside the building, as he didn't hear or see anything unusual during this time. He then dismissed this initial discovery and continued to navigate his way through the abandoned structures. However, as he ventured deeper into the factory, he discovered even more signs, confirming that people were definitely living inside the building.
Anybody. Wow. How much would it cost for you guys to sleep here for the night on one of these beds? There's another phone, rolling papers, and a watch. Damn, guys, that's crazy. Alright, let's keep going. I'm gonna leave a few bucks here. I brought some money to leave. Alright guys. I wouldn't want to fall down there, guys. That's crazy. Okay. My thing that freaks me out, guys, is what if I go around the corner and there's just a person standing there looking at me? Because that would really freak me out. This is so scary. Holy crap. And obviously somebody's here. Their phone is there. Their keys. Everything is right there.
Although a bit sketched out by these findings, James felt deeply sympathetic toward their situation and ultimately decided to leave some money for them. But he acknowledged that staying in this section any longer than necessary would definitely not be a good idea, given that if the person living there returned, the situation could escalate rapidly. Considering these circumstances, he decided to leave that area and chose to investigate the remaining part of the factory. However, as he was walking through that section, that's when things started to take a turn for the worse for James.
Voices coming from that way. Maybe it's outside, maybe it's inside, I don't know. But we're not gonna wait and find out. This is one of my more scarier explorers, guys. And I definitely have to. Guys, we're gonna keep on going. I hear people up there. I guess there's a second floor or second story. Oh, this is crazy. What the hell? Do you hear that? There's a bunch of people up there. Where am I headed right here? This is so freaking sketchy. I don't know of a video I've ever been this freaked out, especially the fact that I'm alone and I have no protection. Oh, guys. And my shoes still soaking wet. And I definitely want to stay away from those homeless people.
After hearing voices and loud bangs originating from the building, James immediately started walking in the opposite direction, as he didn't want to compromise his exploration this early into his visit. He then wisely chose to distance himself as far as possible from the commotion and continued to navigate his way through the building for the next several minutes. During this time, he did hear noises and some distant voices again, but they were relatively far away, and it appeared that he was alone in that section. However, as he was walking through one of the rooms, that's when he encountered something once again.
Whoa, what is this? There's like rooms over here too? Oh crap, guys. Maybe this is where they're at. It's definitely a nice breeze right here. What the hell is in there? Oh, is that a hole? I don't know if that's a building or a wall. Oh, maybe, wait. Is that somebody up there? Is that somebody up there? No, yeah, it is somebody up there. Whoa. Alright, I don't want them to see me. Damn, that looks spooky right there, guys.
After spotting the individual on the roof, James cautiously began to walk away, carefully ensuring he remained hidden and undetected. Although he wasn't entirely sure who the man was, or whether he posed any immediate threat, given his circumstances, James decided it was best not to take any chances, as he didn't want to risk being spotted or inadvertently causing any unwanted problems. With that in mind, he deliberately avoided that entire section of the building and made his way toward the opposite side. However, as soon as he reached that area, that's when he encountered something that sent him running for his life.
Oh, what's back here? Dude, this place is freaky. Gotta watch my step back here for sure.
Hey, what is
Oh shit! What the? Yo, bro, come on. Yo, I'm good, dude. You alright? I'm just making a video, dude. Bro, you need anything? You okay? Alright, I got you, man. Alright, man. Alright, bro. Alright. I'm just making a video, bro. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be in your place. Give me a freaking heart attack. I wish you could feel my heart right now. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew something like that was gonna happen here. Where the hell am I up here? I don't want to go back down that way. Oh, hell no. What the hell, guys? That scared the living crap out of me because I had no idea there was anybody there. That about gave me a heart attack, fam. I mean, what would possess that guy to charge me like that? Like, how does he know I don't have a weapon or something? Oh, God, that came out of nowhere. My heart is still beating so fast, guys.
To James's absolute shock, the man suddenly jumped out of the room and lunged at him before aggressively chasing after him, ultimately forcing James to run for his life. In a state of pure panic, he unfortunately didn't run out of the building, as one might expect. Instead, he ran upstairs, a decision that was definitely unsafe, given that the man was directly beneath him. Realizing this critical mistake, James immediately began searching for a different route to exit the building to avoid the man entirely. For the next several minutes, he searched frantically, moving through various rooms and corridors, all while the individual continued to shout and cause a commotion below. Despite his best efforts to find an alternate exit, James sadly couldn't locate one, and the only way out was the same exit he had initially been chased from. With no other choice, James made the difficult decision to use that same exit, hoping the man wouldn't chase or attack him again.
I don't even know where to go. I don't know if we can go anywhere else. I don't know if there's another way down. I might have to go that way. Dude, what the hell? I don't trust this floor. This place is not good for me, guys, honestly. And that homeless person and the fact that this floor, this is wood. I don't know, there might be a way out over there, but I really don't want to walk on this wood. I'll stick to the concrete for now. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm out of here, guys. This is stupid. I gotta get out of here, guys. I don't know if he's down there. Yo, if you're down here, I'm friendly. Hey, hey, bro. come on, man. I told you, I'm just filming, bro. Hey, stay back there, dude. Yo, hey, don't worry about what you're saying, dude. Just keep yourself back there. All right, okay. 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 All right, we out of here. Yeah, all right, man.
Fortunately for James, he was able to use the same exit to run out of the building, successfully outrunning the man and avoiding being chased or attacked again. Once out of danger and away from the individual, James left the factory entirely and managed to make it back home unharmed. It remains unclear who the attacker was or why he acted so aggressively, as well as the mystery behind his true intent to cause harm. However, based on everything James encountered that day, it's most likely that the man was either a homeless individual or a squatter who was living inside the building. Judging by the man's actions, he probably did not want anyone else inside the building, and upon realizing James was approaching or closing in on him, he aggressively chased him to scare him out of the factory. But regardless of the man's identity or motive, James was extremely fortunate that day, as he managed to outrun the man, ultimately prioritizing his safety and allowing him to escape a potentially life-threatening encounter without sustaining any major injuries. If you've enjoyed the video so far, it would mean a lot if you considered subscribing. Over 95% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. Your support really helps the channel grow, and in return, I promise to keep bringing you guys the best quality content. Now let's get back to the video. The following footage was uploaded to the YouTube channel Hell on Earth in February of 2018. In the video, 3 urban explorers were investigating an abandoned government building when they unexpectedly stumbled upon something extremely bizarre. The creators behind this YouTube channel are a close-knit group of friends who typically document their visits to abandoned locations, often incorporating humor and various challenges during their explorations. In this particular visit, Johnny, Alex, and Lloydie decided to venture into an abandoned administrative office, formerly a Ministry of Justice building, situated in London, England. As the trio began their exploration and stepped inside the building, they immediately noticed a strong smell of something decaying, but weren't quite sure what it was or where it was coming from. But they didn't dwell on this detail and ultimately suspected that the smell was either a natural odor or simply the lingering stench of the abandoned structure. They dismissed the smell and ultimately chose to continue with their exploration. But as they ventured deeper into the building, the smell of decay grew stronger and stranger, making it seem as though their initial theory might be incorrect. The trio eventually decided to investigate the source and cautiously started following it. However, as soon as they got close to the stench, that's when they made a chilling discovery.
Well, you don't like it?
You have a look.
Oh my god!
The Pigeon Killer's Mansion.
They do look like they've been murdered.
Somebody says that there, look.
And then it says die on the wall. They've been murdered. Seriously, they have been murdered. And that says ritual. But it's not, it says ritual because they've used all capitals apart from the L.
What is it?
Alright now. It's a piece of cake.
Try that pigeon for fuck's sake. There's another one there.
Seriously, someone's been killing these things. Do you reckon they've had gun people out?
Do you reckon they've been doing it for me? Look at that, that just looks fresh as
That's a bird. That looks like his neck's been broken off.
What the f is going on? That sounds a bit heavy for a bird.
That's a bird.
Oh, there's more. Maybe this is the biggest bird.
It's burning it.
That's the big bird that's been killing all the other birds.
What, Big Bird from Sesame Street?
The drugs now.
Whoa, whoa, darling.
Excuse me.
Two more. Another one.
There's 3 there. 4. Jesus Christ.
After discovering multiple carcasses of birds scattered throughout the building, the explorers were extremely baffled about why they were there, or most importantly, whether someone was actually responsible for these horrible acts. As they ventured further, their suspicions grew even stronger when they found a writing above the carcasses that said die, as well as another one that read rituals. Although deeply disturbed by their findings, they did not jump to any conclusions, but were fairly confident that the bird's demise was not due to natural causes. Over the next few minutes, the explorers continued to investigate that section, doing their best to uncover the truth behind these discoveries. However, during their investigation, they were even more taken aback when they unfortunately found even more bird carcasses scattered throughout the building. But this time, they found them in a more gruesome condition.
They're like doves, they're not pigeons, they're white. I don't know the difference, but...
You don't know the difference between a dove and a pigeon?
Oh, it stinks. Because it stinks. They're being beheaded. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that one has actually been beheaded.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Neil Norton. That one looks really peaceful. It got caught as a surprise attack. There was one outside with a torch shining in.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I swear to God. No, they walked past. Do you want to go upstairs before?
I don't like this.
Neither do I. Let's go upstairs.
This is why we don't do it in dark.
Oh my god, that's a head. That's the fucking head. That is a head. Oh Jesus Christ. That is a head. I don't really want to go upstairs.
I don't really want to be here anymore.
Before we do this. Come on boys.
Right guys,
You feel a bit
scared.
That was Big Bird.
After finding another set of carcasses, the explorers had absolutely no idea why there were so many in the building and grew increasingly anxious about why anyone would do something so strange. By this point, the trio was completely overwhelmed by these discoveries and began to suspect that this might be part of some satanic or dark ritual, though they were not entirely sure if this was accurate. Despite their growing concern, they eventually decided to leave that floor and chose to venture into the upper levels to investigate further. However, as soon as they reached that section, that's when they encountered something once again.
Getting better. Oh, it says I warned you because it said don't go upstairs.
And then it's B&Q next door.
There's fucking more. Some of the wings taken off. Too many birds. This place is weird as f***.
Do you know what, right? There's got to be a logical explanation for this. They've had the exterminators in. And the exterminator they hired was like some chav who like torturing birds too. So he kills them and then takes their heads off because he's fucking mental.
Boys, look,
Is that got blood on it?
this is fucking...
That's fresh.
That's fresh, bro. What the fuck?
Right, let's... Oi, boys.
Someone's been throwing shit now.
Yeah, right. Let's just do...
Someone's shouting at us.
There's a light outside. Please. He's going dead to the dozen. He's not inside, he's shining through windows. Fuck, sorry, I can't see you.
As soon as the explorers heard voices coming from the building, they immediately turned off their flashlights, suspecting that the group might be illegal squatters or homeless individuals, but hoping that these were not the individuals responsible for attacking the birds. However, they soon realized their suspicion was wrong when they discovered the group was security guards who were shouting at them. The guards eventually ordered the explorers to leave the building immediately and informed them that the police had also been called. Acknowledging that they had been caught and had no other option but to comply, the trio began following their instructions and started making their way toward the nearest exit.
I'm hoping it's just security. This is the only time I'm hoping it's security.
Just get the fuck out of here.
I think so.
Because I'm shitting myself. There's f*** in here.
There is f*** in here.
You should go down and then if it's scary, just be like, oh, your arm's way out.
Where is way out? Because we're breaking.
Yeah. Alright, bud, you alright? Alright.
Whoa. Alright, we're going.
Yeah.
Police are actually on the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Gonna get off. Alright, we'll just get off.
No, you have to stay there.
Why?
Police on the way. Stay there. You're trespassing. You as well.
Alright, okay.
You as well.
Do you know how long we'll be?
Yeah, do you know how long you'll be?
Well, you said you can come in here and take photos anyway.
Well, it's just like...
It belongs to the military defence.
It belongs to the Ministry of Defence. We didn't know who it belongs to.
The MOD. Well, there's signs up there. It belongs to the Army. Prison Service. Army.
Oh, it says B&Q as well, so...
B&Q, that way. Because it belongs to the MOD, Ministry of Defence. Right. And I can send you down the north for at least 6 years.
You what?
I can send you to prison if I want to.
Yeah.
If it's actually burglary, you're breaking in.
Well, we haven't broken in. The window's wide open.
Been in.
Yeah, I know we've been in, but the window is wide open. I mean...
With the situation escalating rapidly, the guards informed the explorers that they were trespassing on property belonging to the Ministry of Defense, and that they could face up to 6 years in prison for burglary. The explorers respectfully explained that they were not there to steal anything and were merely a group of urban explorers taking pictures. The guards seemed to understand their circumstances, but clearly did not allow them to leave until the police had arrived at the location. As the situation gradually began to settle, the explorers eventually asked the guards if they had any knowledge about the birds' carcasses that were inside the building. To their surprise, the guards were well aware of this detail and ultimately provided them with a very thorough, but downright bizarre and creepy explanation surrounding the mystery.
I mean, I don't know if you know why there are so many dead pigeons.
Because it's the ghosts.
It's the ghost.
No, that is haunted.
Ghost is going around and cracking.
I'm not serious. That is haunted in there. Alright then.
I'd never known ghosts with knives to cut pigeons' heads off.
You never heard of a poltergeist?
I've heard of one, yeah. I've heard of a lot of things.
Right, chaps. I'll speak to you guys first.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
Well, we just heard about it online, and that it's obviously an old building, and we just come to take some pictures.
Come to take some photos, haven't you?
Yeah.
Not come to take anything.
No,
not at all.
Not at all.
Okie doke. Right, have you got in then, chaps?
That window
That
there,
window,
Through
wide
there.
open,
It's
wide open.
unsecured, so they open.
Completely wide open.
Well, Dan went in there yesterday, right on again.
Freaked
It's
us
not
out.
secured at all, is it, that window? Do you know if there's anything missing at all? I don't think these chaps have got anything on them, have they? Obviously, you shouldn't be in there.
No,
it's civil
no.
trespass. We're not
Yeah,
going to class it as
we
burglary.
understand.
There's been no damage. There's been nothing taken.
Yeah.
Talking to you, you clearly ain't burglars.
No.
You got a high-level camera on you. Do you know what I mean? It's like we do get this from time to time,
Yeah, we
unfortunately.
understand.
But please just be mindful of it because they are guarded, and it does make us
Yeah.
come out in blues and twos.
Yeah,
We had
yeah.
armed response en route and everything,
No, we
which
get
I've
it.
had to cancel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So there is
exactly.
a
Got
lot
better
goes
things to
into
do.
it. So just grab your details on fellas. And where do you live?
Wakefield.
Wakey, what are you doing down here?
You know Wakefield?
This
You're
place?
from Wakefield?
Yeah, well, yeah.
So you come all the way here just to have a look in here?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
You need a different hobby.
After the officer arrived at the scene, he took the explorers' details and informed them that they were trespassing on private property and that this was a civil matter, specifically a case of civil trespass. Fortunately, the explorers were not arrested and eventually left the property without facing any legal problems or charges. The trio later noted that they found their entire interaction with the security guards extremely strange, particularly when one of the guards mentioned that the building was haunted and that poltergeists were somehow responsible for the bird carcasses. The explorers, who were obviously skeptical of this explanation, said they were still baffled by their discovery and had no idea why anyone would commit such a gruesome act of violence. Nevertheless, as of the time of this upload, there have been no further updates provided by the explorers, and the truth surrounding those poor birds remains a chilling mystery. In July of 2025, a YouTuber named Dulce uploaded a chilling video titled, "I Explored the Most Haunted Place in Guadalajara," to her channel Dulce Terror. Dulce is a Mexican content creator whose channel is a mix of urban exploration and paranormal investigation, aiming to capture real mysterious phenomena behind the abandoned and haunted locations that she visits. In this particular video, Dulce decided to investigate an abandoned haunted school located in Guadalajara, Mexico. As she began filming and entered the building, she immediately heard some faint noises coming from the upper floors, but wasn't quite sure what they were or if someone was responsible for them. She ultimately suspected the noises were caused by the wind, given that it was fairly windy outside. She eventually dismissed the sounds and continued with her investigation. After thoroughly investigating the lower levels, she left that section and she decided to check out the upper levels. However, as she was walking up the stairs, that's when she encountered something extremely disturbing.
Estoy regreso en la escuela abandonada donde no me dejaron terminar la exploración. Verlo y se pasen a este enseguida, ya que el video anterior tuvo muy buena aceptación y muchas vistas. Estoy de regreso, pues me faltaron algunos pisos arriba. Entonces pues vamos, si quieren, a la siguiente de arriba. Ya se empezaron a escuchar acá ruidos, amigos. Okay. Okay. Se escucha como láminas, amigos. Ok, aquí ya estamos en el cuarto piso. Me siento tranquila de que pues ya estoy entrando al cuarto piso y todo bien hasta el momento. Okay. Voy a terminar de recorrer este pasillo, chicos. Ay, la puerta crujió, se los juro. Ok, ahorita estoy en otro salón. Voy a terminar de recorrer este piso. Ay. Se los juro que yo no cerré, amigos.
As soon as she left the room, the door in front of her suddenly moved and mysteriously closed on its own. Dulce, completely startled by the door's movement, immediately ran away, trying her best to make sense of what she had just witnessed. For the next several minutes, she remained alone on the edge of the stairs, struggling to comprehend how the door had moved by itself. However, just as she was trying to rationalize the sudden occurrence, that's when she encountered something once again.
Yo no cerré, amigos. Sentí muchos escalofríos porque me dieron como que la bienvenida a que me saliera, o sea, literal. Ok, creo que voy a respirar un poquito porque sí me tensioné. O sea, literal, en cuanto salí, créanme que se me hizo muy extraño porque pasó eso justamente allá. Estoy muy nerviosa. Ya escucho algo. Ok, chicos, ahorita para yo estar en la planta baja y ver si se llega a escuchar algo. Okay. Ya voy en el segundo piso y ahorita voy bajando. Les juro, no se deja de escuchar muchísimos ruidos. Es horrible porque sientes que están adelante de ti, luego que están atrás de ti.
After repeatedly hearing voices and distant noises coming from all corners of the building, Dulce immediately ran down the stairs, fully convinced that someone was definitely inside. With this in mind, she decided to conduct a test using an app on her phone. During this brief test, she did get some readings, but nothing conclusive enough to indicate that the building was haunted. However, Dulce continued to investigate the building for an additional 10 minutes. During this time, she heard some faint noises but couldn't clearly identify what they were or determine whether they were originating from the building or beyond its walls. She eventually chose to end her investigation and decided to leave the building. She then started making her way toward the exit, and she fortunately didn't encounter anything unusual again. It remains unclear what the true source behind the voices was, or how the door mysteriously closed on its own, along with the mystery of whether these events were truly paranormal. Ultimately, it is up to you to decide whether what Dulce encountered that night was a genuinely paranormal event or merely an elaborate hoax.